Welcome back to the Valley. Sunday nights are for slowing down, breathing deeper, and letting the heart speak a little louder. This is your quiet storm, and tonight's story is about a love that almost slipped away. Sunday nights are different. They don't demand, they invite. So take a breath with me. Inhale slow, exhale softer. Tonight's story is about two people who were tired of being strong for everybody else, and what happens when strength meets softness. You know, nobody talks about how hard it is to be the strong one, the one who leads, the one who builds, the one who holds everything together. But even queens want to be held sometimes. Even kings get tired of carrying armor. And sometimes love doesn't come in loud explosions. Sometimes it walks in quiet, sits beside you, and says nothing at all. Have you ever met someone who didn't try to impress you, didn't try to conquer you? They just saw you. That kind of connection feels dangerous because it asks you to take the mask off. Tonight's story time, the night we stopped pretending. She wasn't looking for love, not that night. She came for the music, for the atmosphere, for the moment to exist without expectation. The lounge was dim, amber lights against deep shadows, slow bass humming through the floor. He was already there, not flashy, not loud, just steady. She noticed his hands first, calm, resting on the table. No nervous tapping, no ego in his posture. When their eyes met, he didn't look away, but he didn't stare either. He just held the moment. And something inside her shifted. He walked over slow, no rush, no performance. Is this seat taken? She shook her head. They talked about simple things at first, music, travel, what peace feels like, and then the conversation deepened. Not forced, just unfolding. He told her he was tired of pretending he didn't want intimacy. She admitted she was tired of pretending she didn't need it. There it was. No games, no ego, just truth sitting between them like a third presence. The music slowed, a quiet instrumental, the kind that makes your shoulders drop. He leaned closer, not to invade her space, but to lower his voice. You ever get tired of being strong, he asked. She smiled softly. Only every day. He reached for her hand, slow enough for her to pull away. She didn't. His thumb brushed gently across her knuckles, nothing dramatic, just warmth. But it felt like the first exhale she'd had in months. They didn't rush into passion. They sat there, knee against knee, breathing in the same rhythm. Sometimes intimacy isn't about bodies. Sometimes it's about stillness, about someone looking at you like you don't have to prove anything. He didn't ask what she could offer. He didn't ask what she had accomplished. He asked, what makes you feel safe? No one had asked her that in years. She answered honestly, being able to soften without being taken advantage. He squeezed her hand, then softened. That night, there was no performance, no seduction tactics, no chase, just two grown souls, tired of pretending they didn't crave connection. When she leaned her head on his shoulder, it wasn't weakness, it was permission. And when he wrapped his arms around her waist, it wasn't possession, it was protection that stayed like that, long after the music ended. Because sometimes the quiet storm isn't chaos, it's release. Let me ask you something tonight. When was the last time you allowed yourself to soften? Not seduce, not impress, not dominate, Just soften. We live in a world that teaches us to guard our hearts. But there's power in vulnerability too. Mature love isn't loud. It's intentional. It's patient. It says, I see you. Not just your body. Not just your ambition. But the parts you don't show everyone. And maybe that's what we really crave. Not attention, but presence. If you're listening right now and there's someone on your mind, ask yourself, are you pretending you don't care? Or are you ready to stop pretending? This has been your Quiet Storm with the Desert Queen. Remember, you don't have to be strong every second. You don't have to lead every moment. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is allow someone to meet you in your softness. Love doesn't have to be loud to be real. Sometimes it sounds like steady breathing in the dark. Until Wednesday, stay grounded, stay open, and never forget, your presence alone is powerful. This is the Desert Queen with Dark Valley Entertainment.